later on once it's saved up and uploaded. My name is MacFeely, and I'm playing some 7 Days to Die. As you can see, I am on day 271, and I am building me a pyramid. If you watch any of my previous streams, actually, I built a small pyramid, and today I'm going to build a big pyramid. And this big pyramid, I'm trying to decide just how big I want to go. I am going to make it out of wood, and I'm going to go as big as it'll let me. I am going to have pretty much a lot of structural integrity because I'm not going to really leave a whole lot of empty space. I'm thinking just enough space for doorways into each room, and that's about it. So I'm thinking maybe 5 rooms on the bottom, and if I do that, if I do 5 rooms on the bottom, essentially it'll be each wing, because the outer corners are going to be sloped, and I'm not sure exactly how much space I'll be able to leave open. I have had a couple of zombies try to come say hello to me, and they have been met with fierce resistance. So I'm just going to build this baby out of wood because I have a lot of wood. If I do run out, I will be going back to Castle MacFeely here, and you'll get to see that. And I have some more wood in one of my storerooms. So I'm just trying to think here. That is actually my center room. So actually, I guess the bottom floor is going to be 9 rooms. And so I'm going to get rid of that in there. So I get a doorway over to this other room here. And I'm making the rooms 5 by 5. So you can see it. Oh, come on, jump up. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now, when I eventually get up to the top, it should allow me to just use a single topper. And if you're building and weeds get in your way, just chop them down out of the way. Usually, they'll go down to where it needs to go. So that's the center one. And then to the other side, let's dive. And hello there, Mr. Miles. My puppy dog just hopped up on to my lap to say hello. This is you're broadcasting and you're not paying attention to me. There's something wrong here. Do you want to build the pyramid? Now I'm trying to do this one-handed. This is going to take a little instrument. Right. So then once I get a floor down, I'll go ahead and go ahead and establish the wall. So this will be the outside wall, or at least before the slope begins. Oh my goodness. Once again, trying to do this one-handed. Because the other hand, obviously, is being commandeered by a canine. Yes. But we love our puppy dogs. Yes, we do. So pretty much just go ahead and establish the where the doorway is going to be. I'll go ahead. Oh, oh, my goodness. Excuse you, Mr. Miles. He says I'm just a normal. So I'll go ahead and upgrade this lower base. Oop. I do have zombies spawning so high, but for some reason, I've only had a couple come by, like I said, to say hello. So I should start. So I got that base down. Oop, that's on it. Okay, Mr. Miles. Can you lay down? Thank you. Hello. Go ahead and lay this next layer. Everything should. There is plane. Using that as a little sanctuary while I was setting up the live broadcast. Definitely want to make sure that we maintain that structural integrity, where it's essentially each room is of itself and then kind of butted up against each other. That way we have large support columns in the middle supporting these small spaces, which, if I thought about it, I should have bought some storage containers to essentially build into the floors, but I think I'll do that at the on the upper floor, on the upper levels. Okay. So let's see. I think I've decided that this is going to be the main entrance, coming in from this direction, mainly because Castle MacFeely is to the south. So that way, as you're coming from that direction, you can just come right in here through the front door. And there's actually going to be a tunnel because, of course, the pyramid has slope sides. So there's going to be a square tunnel leading out one side. It's going to look pretty nifty. And actually, I've just had an idea. But I'll save that for later in the broadcast. In the meantime, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and continue building the pyramid proper. And I don't have it set up to see if I have any viewers at the moment, but if anybody is watching, or does watch, give the video a thumbs up if you like what my idea is going to be. Where is my pickaxe? Get that out of the way. And you'll notice as you go, the land will kind of heal itself as it goes. And where it can't heal itself anymore, it will just go ahead and do that. Oh, stop going. Okay. So let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to find alive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Upgrade that while we have it exposed. Let me sneak one in there. I can pick up that small stone, so I'm just going to drop these plant fibers. Let me try that again. Drop these plant fibers. And then pick up that small stone, then it'll let me put that in there. Okay, that's a little better. Alright, go ahead and finish laying this base. It's all about the base. Okay. So now we're one out here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this would be the back side of the base. Of course, it's all relative with the pyramid because the zombies, if you, again, I encourage you to watch some of my other streams, specifically part 2 of the 2-parter of the last Horde Night that I did. But it was interesting how the zombies would just collect on top of the tunnel where I was standing. We are on top of the tunnel, and if I went inside the pyramid, I imagine they would just gather on top of the peak of the pyramid, which would be rather convenient. So you just run out there with like maybe a rocket launcher if you had upgraded the pyramid to, say, stainless steel, which is explosion resistant, obviously. And you just have a whole bunch of zombies in one spot. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe I'll do that one of these fortnights. Now, the reason I'm doing this with wooden frames rather than just pre-made, say, concrete blocks is something that my friend that guy recommends, is that when you do it with wooden frames, you're starting there from the lowest level from wood, and you start upgrading them. As the zombies break through, they have to break through every layer. So if you upgrade this all the way from wood to, like I said, polished steel, then, man, it would take them quite a long time. I don't know. I think the game would eventually just kill them off. But I don't think they would ever break through. It would be very, very tough. Even if you had them on feral, always run. I don't know. Alright, so go ahead and establish the corner of this room. Okay, so this is not the back. We got one more room to go though. Back around the way here. Okay, so go ahead and go hush miles. 3, 4, 5. So, you know, once you get into the rhythm of what's going on here. Oh, hello, viewer. Welcome. I was just explaining, for those who might be watching the broadcast in the future, once you start establishing your perimeter, go ahead and get those upgraded. So, that is the corner there. Go ahead and do that. Get these. Oh boy, I don't have my little screen on there. Let's see if I can catch you on that. Huh? Alright, let's see if I can... Oh, there's that guy. Yeah, it's not a big pyramid yet, my friend, but wait. You just wait until it's complete. It is... Holy cow, I now have 3 viewers. This is quite a red letter day for me. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I am still kind of in the beginning stages, but I appreciate you joining me here as I kind of establish the foundation. It is, for the moment, wood, and you never know. Might upgrade it. And I'm sure that guy's saying, "Oh my goodness, he's building outside when it's nighttime." Yeah, these zombies ain't nothing. You know that, my friend. What am I doing? Come on. Come on. Oh. No. No. It's a waste of wood. At this rate, I am going to have to go back to Calcium Field and eventually get some wood. Yeah. Go ahead and establish this back wall. So this will be this side here. It's only going to have one entrance. And as I've said earlier, to those who are just joining me, that's too soon. I have a little idea planned for the entrance into Pyramid MacFeely. Get that upgraded. Okay. There we go. No, I don't want backfill. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So. Bam. Oh, really? Get off of me. Get off of me, dogs. What other one go? Damn dogs. I don't have any treats. Go away. No Scooby snacks. Get out of here. Dun, 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 dun. So, like I said, for structural integrity, we need to treat each one of these like it's a room of its own. So that's our 5 there. And then like that. And then like that. And then that's going to get its own inner wall. So 1, 2 over. And the doorway. And then essentially that configuration right there. Don't forget to upgrade your inner walls. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so let's go over there. What am I missing? What am I not missing? Oh, that's right, this room. That's just throwing off my eyeball. This room. Alright. Now, there should be like an option to place this one. It is... Oh, I know why. Because I wasn't going to go double like that. Or was I? Yeah, I was. Just to make sure she don't come tumbling down. Okay. So now we go on and start building up. And actually, going up 4 levels. So this, like I said, could take a while. It's going to take a lot of wood. And when I mean 4 levels, I mean 4 blocks for a floor. And then, where the hell is this? Probably be easier on myself if I went ahead and just did the point there. I always like to do that way when I'm placing them. When I get to the end, I don't fall off, like I just did. Didn't I? I could have sworn I said, oh, that's what it was. I was too close. Let's see the corner. So that's why you set that cornerstone, corner block. And what I'll do here, since we're only 2 up here on the outside wall, and we want to go 4, I'll go ahead and set these 2 here, upgrade them. Since I can upgrade these when I'm standing inside, that's not a big deal. But the big deal is, I'm running out of frames. So I'm going to set one there. That's 4. Okay. And this this is now essentially going to be a roof line. That way you have the traditional space as you live in any house. And what I'll do is step down. Actually, I find we can do it faster if I'm walking backwards. So let's set that corner. Actually, that. Great upgrade. Excuse me. What did you say here? Down there. Okay. My buddy, that guy. Establish that corner. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh. Okay, and then okay, I didn't want to upgrade that. Silly me. That. Just easier to do now rather than try and reach it later when you're down on the ground. I suppose you could always just throw down some frames to reach, but I'll go ahead and just go ahead and do it now. Okay. And then before I hop down, and actually I don't think I will hop down, but what we'll do is we'll finish filling in these sides anyway. I'll upgrade the top course, and then go ahead and let it fill. And that way I can just hop down inside and upgrade my safety. And actually, I suppose I can go ahead and do the fill and upgrade. Okay. Just gotta be careful how far you go as to what you've upgraded and what you haven't. And this is almost like watching paint dry. peeps. Okay, so here's our original room. Which is 5x5. And I'm gonna go ahead and start from here, really, and work my way out. Make sure that everything is as I need it to be. So this being the central room, I think we're gonna bring the entrance in up here somewhere. So I'm just gonna do that for right now. I'll go ahead and bring these other ones up. So that is, let's see, I didn't bring up that wall there. Screwed up. I messed up, viewers. What can I say? There we go. Look at that. Ah. 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 There we go. That should at least give us the structural support we need until I get down there and fix it. And finish it, I should say. Go and throw one in there across. So what you're looking for with each room is once you have your perimeter established, obviously you go 5x5, you're going to wind up with 3x3 in the middle. And then a 1x1, which allows you to, for me, I'm going to be able to drop down. I'm just going to do a ladder. Call it a short ladder. So if you leave the bottom part of the ladder on, then zombies can't get up it. Should they make their way in here somehow. Which is inconceivable. Alright, so actually I think I'm going to go ahead and drop down because I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the walls because I'm going to make sure that I'm right here. Go ahead and finish building our structural support in as we go. And it is beginning to get really irritating. Okay, so I just screwed up there. There. Here's my proper room. Okay. Something here. I have to laugh at myself. I said, "Ooh, I have 3 people watching." Duh, I'm one of them. I'm not sure who the other person is. I know one of them's that guy. If you're still watching, I do appreciate it. I'm just making sure. It looks really soon. Moving forward. Get up there. Okay. So again, this is our original central room, and we want to make sure that every room is the same 5x5. And that way, yeah. Oh, I hear visitors. Luckily, there's no way. Oh, yeah, there's no way to go down. Unless they break through. And it's easy to repair. Go away! Play right now. I can't see you. Can't see you. Dang it. Okay. You can't see me, and if you start breaking in, I'm well prepared to take care of you. Oh, really? I heard that. Yay! Nice. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm just walking around. Who can blame them, right? They are, after all, hungry for fresh bones. Okay, a lot to work. Yeah, real nice. Slow down. Okay, no walls. Not too many more to go, and then we'll start working on the upper portion. And then that will lead to the ever exciting actual creation of the pyramid, which is going to consist of a lot of ramps, a whole buttload of ramps, and a whole buttload of corners, as you might well know. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, some more. So, there's that. That room's done. That room's done. That room's done. This room almost done. Ah, just a couple more to go. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the perimeter established, and then on my door frame headers. And then go there, so then we need to go up here. This one hole done. Okay, so I'm gonna need some ladders. Let's go ahead and go with 4 of those, since we know we're gonna do 4 tall. And I'm lost in my own pyramid. There we go, we should be in the center. There we go. Okay, so let's see, we're facing south, which is going to be the way we're going to come in. So I think what I want to do is this. And essentially that's going to be blocked off. This. I think I have some iron on me, so I could go ahead and just forged iron. Okay, so a bit more roof here to upgrade. So now, since we know this is our center room, I'm just going to go ahead and lay out where I know the center room is going to be. So I'm going to go like this. And go ahead and establish the perimeter of it. And did I do that right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So that's essentially, that is the center room here. So we're going to go ahead and pick up his intermediate. And nope, I screwed that up over here. is correct there. And so it's actually this line. Use that right. Almost screwed myself up again. Miles, be quiet, please. We don't have to hear a puppy dog bark in the broadcast. No barking in the broadcast. We're on air. Alright, so the center room. And figure let's go ahead and build it up. Because essentially what we're going to do is start from the top down. And I think I'm going to try and employ some tricksy construction to maximize the amount of space we can get out of this pyramid. If this comes tumbling down, that's okay, it's just wood. I don't care. No, never mind. Okay, so this is going to be our doorway. I always want to leave 2 there for your doors. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so there's our 4 level for a standard room. Go and fill in the roof. Alright. So for now, gonna drop down. Yeah. All over the road. Okay, so now that's our center room of the pyramid. And wow, went through quite a few more. Yeah, here we go. So those, we need those. And I'm going to start needing me some. Oh, come on now. I'm going to need some lamps. From go ahead and make a new. Love it. And then after you're done making that, now we'll just have to run back and get more wood. But what I'll do is trying to think how I want to try and maximize. So let me actually take a look at wood. I do have a wood frame. You can do a wood half block. What about a wood block? More cabin wood block. I want to see what. Am I just missing it, viewers? Wood half block, wood arrow slit, wood board stairs, wood fence, wood frame. Just have to do wood frames, because the thing is, I know on a wood frame, and that's an annoying sound. The max load is 40, max is 5, which means you can go 8. But I'm not sure what like an upgraded wood wedge is. Because my idea is to do this. Is because we have to have our ramp essentially start here. We're going to go ahead and start putting that there. And what I have noticed since the last update, which I really enjoy, is that if you're building something and you lift off and then you come to a different facing, it actually reorients your piece, so you don't have to sit there and hit the rotate button. So we'll go ahead and get our sides established and get those upgraded. Now, if you've ever dug into the roof of a house, you'll notice that the pieces are essentially these wedges, and then they invert them for a layer, and then that, while that gives you quote-unquote space, it's not really usable space because, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and stop now, and maybe do a side. Let me just look at this. Okay, so it's got the same mass and load. That's okay, we'll stick with frames, and sorry for yawning. I also need to get a sip of water here. Excuse me 1 minute. 1 second. Just to wet my whistle. Now, like I said, let me see, I'm going to need some of these corners as well. Full frame corners. I need a bunch of these, so let me just go ahead and so maybe we'll establish one of these sides in the corner before we have to go back for more materials. So I'm putting that there. I got a pistol on me in case I need that. No. So now, come on. Oh, maybe you have to rotate those. That's irritating. Probably only work then. I'm gonna have to do that. There we go. Oh, okay. Luckily you can pick them up because it's a frame and it's not a pre-made object, which I like. Oh dear, I have zombies and I'm on a square building. The only thing I have to worry about are spider zombies. Whoops. Where is... Do a barrel roll. I gotta be able to see these guys. Oh, there's one. Oh, where are you going? No, you don't get away that easy. Damn. I really do gotta shoot him. There's the head. Thank you. Okay, so, as I was saying, if you've ever dug into the roof of a house, you'll notice... Oh, sorry, there we go. You'll notice that it's these ramps and they're inverted. So, we will now, if you'll notice, we'll go ahead and build up this corner. To there. But actually, I guess, let's see. I guess I don't want to do that. What I want to do is this. How far from Castle MacFeely am I? Let's see. So here we are. And zoom out here. Castle MacFeely is right here. So if you take the north entrance out to the road, you can either follow the road up and just off the road, or it's pretty easy terrain. Okay, so what I actually wanted to do is this. Oh, no, come on. Rotate, rotate, rotate. That sounds like an Uricon. So maybe that. Maybe that. 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 And as you're extending your pyramid out on your corners, go ahead and do your... Now, this is where I think I'm going to actually, on these corners, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep a solid corner going down. Just for structural integrity, that way it carries everything straight down. And then go ahead and do this. Once again. So we'll turn a corner. There we go. It's irritating, it only works for certain things. Hello, other viewer, yes. Thank you for joining and staying for so long. As you can see, it is actually starting to take some sort of a shape. It's not just a square building. We are actually going to start building a ramp on one side here. So, I'm going to go ahead and leave that. That's going to be open. And I want to go ahead and upgrade this perimeter. I've tried doing it where I've used just inside corners and then carried it out the whole way, but if you'll notice in most attics of most houses, they're not very big. And that's because of the load that the blocks can carry. So that's why I'm trying to play it safe a little bit here. I don't want this whole thing collapsing in on itself. Now we're going to do that. And where is this zombie at? There, dude. What, you want a piece of this? Alright. Okay, so now we can go ahead and do this here, and go ahead and do that, and then, I'm just thinking how maybe I screwed up with my math here. I just need to check something. Because that next one is going to be here. And then it's going to ramp down there. And then it's going to have to ramp down on this. Ooh, I screwed up. Bad, 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 bad. So what does that mean for us? For me? Well, so all it means is I do this. And I'm sure that guy is going to laugh once the video here catches up to him and he sees exactly what I did. Because essentially what I have to do now is this now becomes only in a wall. I have to bring it in by 1 unit. Actually, no. Wait a minute. What am I thinking? I just forgot that that upper corner. I'll just remove that upper corner, and that'll be our ramp. That'll be the ramp down. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, crisis averted. I figured out a solution. I just need a quick second. So, what we'll do is add this. Can't pick those up, can you? Nope. Oh well, at least I'm getting a little bit of it back now. Okay, so now, now it should work out for us. So what I'll do, I'm pick that up, and what we'll do, trying to think if I can get away with leaving the corners exposed. And well, essentially what I have to do is like that. So now you could do it to where it's just solid, but this way at least the separate room. Alright, it looks like my buddy that guy will be on soon. Perhaps he will join us for some fun and frivolity in what he calls 7 Days to Cry. Because every 7 days, the zombies, they make you cry, you know? So now this bottom part here, this part here can be a little tricksy. But then, I guess we could do like that. And we'll go ahead and keep our same orientation. Come on, baby. There we go. Come on down the underway. We'll go through. So now we have contact. And then now you see we're good to go. Now we can go down the rest of the way down to the ground. And see, they really should maybe work on a little bit on the whole smart object thing, because that would really help builders such as myself. Now, this outside corner, this is going to be fun. I think what we're going to do is build it the opposite way. And when you're doing corners, you almost have to do the sides first, because sometimes it's not as intuitive as you would think. Oh, so there we go. So go ahead and I like to just go ahead and build it all. Okay. Wow, it's cold. Really? I didn't realize it was that far down. I think that's a set of shorts. So these jorts I found. Okay. That's a corner. Go ahead. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's okay. Go ahead and upgrade. Corner. Corner. And a corner. Okay, so we already know that that's going to be there. So now go ahead and fill in. Right. Let's see, now that's the, so now what I want to do actually is I want to create some wood frame inside corners, because this technically is going to be the inside, so we're going to just make a bunch of those. Let's visualize it. Let's find out. And please rotate the proper way for me. No. I think that's it there. Yes, yes it is. Inside corner. Okay, good. There. Oop, hang on. Don't want to fall off. Dun, dun, dun. So, let's see. Put this guy in there. So, let's see. Now I get this. Huh. This is going to be actually. I totally screwed up my pyramid here, I believe. So, let me do this. I want to just check something. How bad did I screw up? Because I thought I had done a plan on the previous one. Like maybe my folly was having the double wall. Oh, come on. Come on now. Alright. Oh, that's your time. Thank you. Yep, I think that's where I screwed up. Because I was just going to use a pyramid topper on here. And so what I should have done is on these interior rooms is I needed to include the central wall in the 5 instead of having 5 separate rooms essentially at 5 by 5. So I do have to revert back to my original plan, or my original thought there, where this now becomes our interior wall. And forgive me, I thought, oh boy, I would have got this down pat. But apparently not. But that's alright. That's the wonderful thing about the 7 Days to Die world, is that everything is highly adjustable. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is fill this in, that way I can go outside and demolish, because I do not want to have to worry about it. So, go ahead and just take care of this right now. And if anybody who watches this in the future has watched any of my other videos about Castle MacFeely or in Castle MacFeely, you probably won't recognize it today. It's whereas it used to be in the desert, it is now essentially in the forest. As I have been trying to be a good steward of the land and have been chopping down trees, but for every one I chop down, I plant two. And not only do I have quite a few trees on my estate, which that's what I'm calling it, is my estate. I probably have more trees now than the forest did. Okay. Oh, guy's hungry. Being able to stew. And thirsty too. Okay. That's good. Okay. This one. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to go ahead and go. If I can on the ladder. There we go. Thank you. Go ahead and come out here and chop chop. Now, once I do this, now what I actually need to do, once I do this, let's see. I think I'm going to wind up chopping this one down too. I'm not sure. Okay. So there's that. So now what we're going to do is carry this coin down. So let's see, this needs to be down. That actually needs to be Now, we could go ahead and do the same thing. There you go, inverted, and you could gain a little bit of storage space around the perimeter. But I think I'm going to go with the other traditional way that I've been building them, where I'm going to go ahead and make it solid. Mostly because I've got the resources. Not a big deal. So we'll leave that aside. And actually what I think I would like to do is go ahead and establish the true perimeter here. Or a true corner, I should say. Yeah, we're not gonna. Okay. When I say make it solid, is we're gonna go ahead and just do frames, solid frames all the way. Ramps, climb, and some blocks. And got to upgrade those before you start leaving. And there is a corner from the ground all the way up. And I'll tell you what, since I'm already up here, we'll go ahead and upgrade that, and make our, where's it at, where should have been, oh, well, darn it, where the heck is it? Huh. I could have sworn they had just a wood pyramid. Well, whatever. I'll go ahead and use the shingle one. And Come on. Wait, I'm pretty sure I saw those. Oh well, whatever. What the fuck? It is right there. And we'll just go ahead and get it right there. Maybe. Maybe. All the way down to the ground, and so we can actually come over here and see what it'll sort of look like when we're done. It's going to be a pyramid. Still have quite a bit of work to do. But now that we have that corner established, and we're back. I guess we'll have to wait for that to despawn. Come on. Go away. Okay. And just kind of rinse and repeat until you work your way out. The other way, if you were to invert your pieces, while, like I said, it does give you extra space within your pyramid, boy, it takes a while. I mean, it takes a while, especially, you gotta sit there and rotate all the pieces, and yada, yada, yada. This way you can just lay frames and ramps, frames and ramps. Get this to here. Stupid small stone, really. What do I want to... I can drop these feathers. And actually what I'm going to do is make one of these. The chest. Flush down a bit. That way I can actually maybe put a couple of things in here that I don't need at the moment. That way I can pick up a small stone if I have to. Okay. So, like I said, usually I like to go from the top down because that'll allow you, as you start getting down to the base, to build your corners properly. Because when I was building my other pyramid, I turned the corner a little prematurely and I had to demolish some stuff, and I was building that one out of concrete. So, yeah, took a little bit of demolishing. And so, come on. And then the fact that I screwed up this pyramid in the first place, I'm going to have to fix these other three sides, as I'll fix the other. And I can build this pyramid solid. I thought about building an emergency exit off the top, and I may still do that. And it's only made out of wood, so anything is highly adjustable. Okay. And now that I look at that pyramid topper, I really maybe need to go with an even number, that way you can use 4 of those. But whatever. Perhaps I will try that in another video, but I like to go with the odd number because that allows you to have a space in the middle, like I said there, for the ladder, or when we go back to Castle MacFeely, we'll go through the North Tower and you'll see the spiral staircase I built, and that essentially revolves around a 9 square. A center pole, and then a stair up, a landing, a stair up, a landing, a stair up, you know, so on and so forth. So that kind of odd number really helps out when you're trying to do spaces, you know, buildings, bunkers, stuff like that. There we go. Okay. So come back down here. And we'll continue working our way down. Now I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I'm going to do inside corners. I just want to be able to space myself out here as far as the ramps. So yeah, that effect, I have side effects. This, hmm. Okay, good to know. Alright, so, once again, the fun begins. Again, see if I can... Alright, let's see. Oh shit. No. What are those zombies doing out here? Messing with my pyramid. Ow. Just out here my own business, building a pyramid. Now, I think I can get away. Oh, don't want to do that. I think I can do this. I think I can bring it out here. I need an outside corner. Look at those right there. Outside corner there. So, yeah, I'm doing. Because what I'm thinking, I think I can get away with doing this. going with this. Come on. Ramp. Ramp. Corner. Corner. Because then that would actually give me this. Nope. See, it falls apart when you do that. So, you do have to provide structural support. So, I think what I'll do is this. Which is what? Because I'd like to be able to have a little bit of a walkway. But maybe not. Maybe trying to be too ambitious with this space. Or I could do this. Let's go ahead and... Hey there, Mr. Man. Hi. What you doing? What are you doing there? Can you give me a second here? I will pause the broadcast so we can go out and go potty. Because I think that's what you want. Yeah, is that what you want? It's been out a little bit since we've been out. Well, my viewers, my puppy dog is telling me that he might have to go out to the potty. So, I'm going to just try one thing here. Or maybe not. He just laid down. So, unless he fusses again, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to do a support beam there, essentially. That'll give support to this one, which then should allow me to give support to the rest of the ones coming across. And that'll still allow me to... Aha. Okay. Do that. And then uh-oh, is this a Horde Knight? Oh, well, viewer, I'm actually gonna go ahead and save it right now because I want to save this Horde Night for when my buddy that guy gets on. So, until then, we will resume construction of the pyramid of me, MacFeely. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, you want to go single putting? Come on, I'll take you outside. depending on top of that.